Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what episode this is. I'll be honest.
Fuck knows.
7?
6.2.
Yeah.
Here you go, my mate.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. So as we promised, it's going to be conspiracy, spooky kind of thing. Because I got 2 conspiracies, and then
fuck.
What have you done?
Continue.
You want to start again?
But no, keep going.
Okay, right. Oh yeah, we were just watching the screensaver. That's free, and that we'll put credit to.
We will.
And it's just all this random shit just keeps popping up, and it's like fucking corner of my eye, spooky shit.
Yeah, if we get scared, sorry.
By the way, we're both eating, so this is kind of the epitome of what we want this to be. Just a relaxing, have a drink,
just couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, have a feed. I got 2-minute noodles, Maggi. It's probably really fucking bad for you.
Nah, fuck, who cares?
And you got a mad.
I've got a monster double meat pie here.
And what do you got next to it?
Oh, some shit pastizzis I burnt.
Pastizzis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to let you know. I might soon want to start building my own PC. So, yeah, because
so you don't have to fucking wait for your sister to stop playing her shit games.
Yeah, because she wants to upgrade some of her parts. I was like, all right, well, you give me those parts because she wants to upgrade like a graphics card and shit like that. I was like, well, you give me those because they're not bad. They're like 1060s and shit like that, so they're not that bad. So I was like, yeah.
What? So she could run Dead by Daylight faster?
Yeah, 100%.
What else does she play?
She plays like she gets like the newer games, but like she probably plays more newer games than I do. Like I play more of the older shit. Besides Valorant.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys like Valorant.
Valorant's sick. Where's our mate? What's his name? Decky, mate. Decky.
Oh, there
that
it is.
bitch hasn't... Oh, fuck yeah.
There it is.
Decky hasn't been online in ages.
Neither have I. Oh, I've been online today, but I only played like one game.
Denny and I have been playing.
Yeah?
Denny's heaps good.
You're shaking your head at me.
No, he's good, actually.
Just because you guys aren't here, he seems to be shaking his head and looking very concerned while saying so.
I've never been thrown under the bus before.
Today's the day, mate. Today's the day.
We should apologise that we have missed a week.
Yes, we did. It was a busy week. Exams, work, shit like that.
A lot of stuff was happening. Anyway, sorry about that. But it's not like you're going to fucking make a comment about it anyway, so go fuck yourself.
There was nothing really big news, except apparently there's like a second wave of like coronavirus.
What do you expect? Everyone's parading in the streets.
Yeah, I feel like that was like such a dumb move. Like I get the point of it, but like
I don't.
Why would you do it during a fucking pandemic?
100%.
Like
what? I mean, first of all, what were you going to achieve with your protest? Second of all, what do you think was going to fucking happen? Do it after.
Like the next day, all these people have confirmed positive for the fucking COVID,
and everyone's going, "Oh, why is there a second wave?"
And it's like, I didn't see this coming.
No. So. Yeah, so like we said, it's going to be... Fuck, this pie's good, eh?
You're digging into it. I haven't even touched my noodles yet.
Conspiracies today.
Yes.
We'll get you to kick off.
Alright, sweet.
So, begin, mate. Begin.
So, I don't know if this one's probably not a conspiracy. This is more like a story.
Well, that ruins the entire premise of the...
Look, I have two conspiracies following this, but I wanted to start off with like a story kind of thing. Ooh, look, see that?
Oh, what the fuck is that? What?
Jesus, are you alright?
Sorry to anyone that was scary.
You're right.
How's the fuck continue?
Alright, you take a break. Alright. Just looking at like horror stories like in Australia, because I wanted to keep it Australian based as much as I can. So all my 3 kind of stories or conspiracies are Australian. So many indigenous stuff. Like there's so much indigenous folklore, like stories and whatnot. Holy shit, it was hard to choose. And but like not really like conspiracies because it's all kind of like he just drops a shit ton of fire.
Bitch, did I?
Honestly, you got some shit there. Anyway. So I want to start off with this one. This will be the only indigenous one, but I think it's still pretty cool. It's called the Devil's Pool, right? So the Devil's Pool is in Queensland. So it's kind of like just like a regular river, quarry kind of thing, right? And so, like, the story goes is that there was, like, a lady. She was from I'm probably going to butcher this. The Yuninji? How would you say that?
Oh, Yuninji.
Yuninji, indigenous.
No, Yuninji. Let me see.
So that's a Yuninji indigenous legend, right?
Yuninji.
So that's their tribe, right?
Yeah.
And her name was, I'm probably going to butcher this as well, but it looks like Ulana.
Yeah, Ulana.
Ulana, right? And so long story short, she fell in love with this kind of like a warrior, like an elder, right? And then apparently stuff happened, and they couldn't like consummate their love. They couldn't get together. They couldn't be together for certain circumstances. And like out of regret, out of sorrow, she like threw herself into the river, like into the pool, and she died.
Wait, so when you say they couldn't
be together, they couldn't love each other
because of different cultures, or like do they get to fuck? Because if it didn't consummate the marriage,
no, they never got to like be together as like a couple kind of thing.
Oh yeah, right. That's trash. And why could they never be together? Or you don't know?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I don't want to quiz you too much.
Yeah. I'm sure there is a reason behind it, but it's more so kind of like the...
Yeah, right. So she killed herself.
Yeah, so she jumped into like kill herself. So now, like in today's day, this is some ASMR shit as well. So nowadays, there's like this like myth and story that she... I kind of say it haunts the area, the lake, the ravine kind of thing. Oh, Jesus. And she seduces men to come to the lake. And so she just gets them and then ends up drowning them. So
yeah, right.
That's kind of the story of the Devil's Pool in Queensland.
Were there any like cases and stuff of people just disappearing? Is that how they...
Yeah, so there's a few incidents. Not a lot, but... A lot of them were like, they got trapped under some rocks and shit like that.
So was that a true story?
So apparently there were 17 people that have died in that pool.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, because I don't want to like say, it's not, but like, because I wasn't there.
And the story of the girl and the guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I haven't researched that far enough into it, but jeez. It's the same skull.
That's the same dude.
Oh, get creative.
Yeah. Come on, something different.
Yeah. 17 people have died in that specific pool, and it's kind of like, that's where she comes into it, I guess. Holy shit! I think drowning is like one of the worst ways.
Really?
You
did say that. That's one of your big fears, to drown. Isn't it?
I would hate to drown. It's not a big fear, but it's like if I had to die, that would be the one thing I would hate the most, besides falling. That would fucking terrify me.
Yeah, swollen fucked up.
Drowning, because it's like you're like, so you're on land, right? You're comfortable. You can just look around. You're like, but under the water, you can't see shit. Especially in like a lot of I don't know if this is like specific to Australia. I'm sure it's not. Like a lot of our waterways are like very murky, very cloudy and shit like that.
We don't have very clear water.
Yeah. Except our beaches. Our beaches are nice, but like say our lakes and shit like that, very murky. And you can't see shit. And getting just dying and shit like that way, drowning, and just being found at the bottom of the lake under some rocks.
See, that's not that, like, don't get me wrong, when I swim in a river, when my feet touch the bottom, I hear the algae shit. That scares the shit out of me.
Slippery.
Or when I touch the sand, that scares me.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I wouldn't want to drown, but I think one of my biggest fears is being trapped and I can't move my arms or legs. So I hate the feeling of not being able to move. So I think buried alive would be fucked.
Yeah.
And I would pick drowning over buried alive any day.
What was I going to say? I was going to say...
And I would also... Burning, I think, would be the worst way to die.
Right. But, that's what I was saying. But apparently drowning's super peaceful.
That's what I heard.
I'm like...
I don't know how it's peaceful. You're gasping for air. What kills you is not suffocation, swallowing the water.
I thought it was your lungs collapsing.
Yeah.
Is it because of the water?
The water.
Yeah.
Because you're going for air and it's just all water. That's the sound of him eating the noodles. Yeah, so that's a bit fucked up, eh?
That's fucked. I don't know. I just can't. Drowning would be fucked. And so would be buried alive, because it's kind of like the same premise where you just lose air kind of thing.
Well, buried alive, you suck in all the oxygen, and then, because you disperse carbon dioxide, you take all the oxygen out.
Yeah. You're killing yourself, mate.
Essentially. So you don't go to heaven.
Unlucky.
Because really, you killed yourself.
Get over it.
That's what I reckon.
Alright, so the other one's relatively small. Like, that was a small one, but it's kind of a cool story. And I think I would like to do, like, another one of, like, these, where it's kind of like, where I just come up with indigenous ones, because there's so many fucking indigenous ones. And when I was a kid, Mum used to go down to the library and, like, there was this, I can't remember what the series was, but it's like a series of indigenous stories but told for kids. And like there was one like about a cockatoo, and there was another one about like how boomerangs were made, shit like that. And I was like, fuck. But that'd be cool to do. Like,
You should do like a. We should have like a Dreamtime section.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, and you just go on like with Dreamtime stories and stuff. Because I'd like to learn about it all.
Immerse myself into my culture
Yeah.
that I'm not really immersed in at the moment. That'd be nice.
And then next week we have a Chilean one.
There's
Where you speak Spanish for the entire podcast and kill off our 3 viewers.
There's not I don't know if there's that many. I know there's the indigenous tribe of Chile. It's called the Mapuche. Don't.
I'm very...
Don't. I'd have to fight. I'd have to fight you. But yeah, a little cultural, and then you can look into your own culture and try and.
No, I've got none.
You're
Just
no
alcohol.
You're no okay, next one. So if you're Australian, you've probably heard of Mr. Harold Holt,
Fuck yeah.
legend of Prime Minister.
How long was your Prime Minister for? Not long, eh?
I don't know. He was in office from 1966 until 1967,
Baller.
but
He's as good as Tony Abbott.
it was cut short for this reason. So, I'm sure if you're Australian, you've looked at some history, you've probably heard of Harold Holt, because you would have looked at some prime ministers and shit like that. But if you're not Aussie or you haven't really touched on history, so basically what happened was in 1967, 17th of December 1967, I think. Apparently, he went missing. He was gone skis. He just went to the beach, went for a swim, and then gone. Thin air.
Thin water,
yes, and never to be found again. No one's ever found him. Nobody's found any fucking remains of him. And then
That's real weird, eh?
Yeah, and the most common theory is that he's just drowned. Right, that's the most probable one. Where
His
just
body would have come up.
yeah, because he would have just like inflated and shit like that. And, apparently, like he would have got eaten by sharks or whatever.
Oh,
but
come off it.
he was known as a very confident swimmer.
Mm.
Right, so very not skilled, but like he was very.
He could swim.
Yeah, he was very confident, right? And so there's all these theories start coming from it, like alien abduction, shit like that. And then there's another popular one is he was a Chinese spy for a good couple of years, and he got picked up on the waters, and then got taken over to China, and then delivered some intelligence about Australia over there.
How funny would it be? If he goes,
This isn't meant to be funny.
Sorry, but imagine if he goes for a swim in the ocean, right?
Yeah.
Little boat comes past,
Yeah.
picks him up. There's Harold. Like, oh, there's a bunch of Chinese people on the boat. And they go, oh, Harold. Harold goes, pulls off his face mask, and there's a little Chinaman going, I got him. I know what's going on. We are infiltrated.
You should work for South Park. Your Chinese impression is amazing.
That is a genuine what a Chinese person would sound like in the 60s.
In the 60s?
Yeah, only in the 60s. Now they don't sound like that at all.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, continue, sorry.
No, it's kind of like the gist of it where he just kind of disappeared, and then like there's all these different fucking theories about where he's gone, if he's still alive, kind of thing. And because it was during a time of like high pressure kind of thing, because it was like a bit of the Cold War was starting to come out between apparently the Vietnam War. Sorry, Cold War paranoia. And like
we're in the midst of Vietnam War then.
yeah, and like imagine that shit. Like you just like all this shit's going on, and they're like, I'll go to China. I'm gonna fuck off to China. Yeah, so obviously drowning is the most probable one.
What do you think happened? Do you believe the conspiracies?
No, but it's fun to believe them.
Well, look, all I can say is a shark wouldn't have eaten Harold Holt.
Why not?
Oh.
What's your reasoning?
Because he's actually a little Chinese man.
Confirmed. Harold Holt is Chinese, man.
Or he's just a fucking submarine. He's taken over as a dolphin or some shit. They would have found something of him, or someone would have found him, unless he was, killed or assassinated.
Yeah.
I don't know what his political views or shit. I don't really know anything about Harold Holt, but maybe he had some crazy political views and he got assassinated in the water for a swim.
About this quote. This is from Harold Holt's wife. Because this is about the Chinese theory about him going and fucking off to China. His wife said to like dismantle this. She goes, he didn't even like Chinese cooking. That's her solid proof argument for he can't. He couldn't be a Chinese.
Chinese.
He didn't like their food.
That's a valid reason. I wouldn't go to China if I don't like their food.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and another theory was that he was killed accidentally because they tried to kidnap him and they fucked up and they killed him.
So they just hit his body.
Yeah. So
you know what would be good too? Well, that's probably a theory.
Oh god.
Back to he's actually a Chinese person. Mm-hmm. Because think about it. When he gets on the boat with the Chinese people, he goes, "Ha ha! I fooled my wife. She think I hate Chinese food."
Oh my god.
I reckon that's a possibility.
You reckon?
Nah.
What's your belief? Just drowned and got eaten? Obviously, you can't. What did you say? He didn't get eaten?
No, I don't think he got eaten. Surely they would have found something of him. I don't think a shark would eat every little bit of Harold Holt. Unless...
He's a bit of a fat fuck, I'll tell you that.
Well, unless it brings into the theory that the Megalodon, which is still believed to be around, came past and ate Harold Holt, and Harold Holt fought off the last Megalodon and killed him, and then he also died too, battling the giant Megalodon. Just saying, that could be a possibility. What do you reckon?
You should write these conspiracies. You fucking the most creative person.
Well, think about it because they say
think about Megalodon.
Yeah, well they say that
Harold
Megalodon's
fighting Megalodon. What's that fucking whale? What's that?
Which one? The big school?
No, that big fat fucking whale.
Pepperoni.
No, that's not a person. An actual whale. And that one kind of whale.
Beetlejuice. That
Beetlejuice.
Not Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I know the whale and the spearfishing boat thingy.
Yes.
Yeah, I know
not
what you're talking about. Not don't say his name too many times.
I was thinking of the small black guy.
Oh. Not that Beetlejuice. 1+1 is 7. No, not that cunt.
One's killing me.
Oh fuck! What's the whale? Oh no, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. That's the one.
That's the one. This ain't no Moby Dick. Fuck
that story didn't happen.
But Harold Holt fighting Megalodon happened.
Sound more believable than a blue whale attacking a fishing boat.
He's Australian. I believe that he's Australian.
He'd fucking toe to toe with that fucking Megalodon.
He saw it. He was like, "Fucking earth, cunt! You're not coming anywhere near my country." Dived in for it. Ooh, look at that.
What is that?
It's a woman's
got a little arm.
It's a woman's face. My last one. Would you like to interject with one of yours, or do you want me to go for my last one?
I'll go and then you do your last one.
Okay, go for it.
Hey, let me take this one last little bit of crispy little mozzarella.
I can't do ASMR. Fuck it hurt.
You ready?
Literally, no, don't. Because I want to listen to this later.
You reckon it'd be ASMR?
I don't even know what you just said.
I don't think it goes very loud, to be honest.
I can't do ASMR. I was
mukbang. Yeah, we spoke about it in the first podcast.
Yeah. Holy shit. Stop.
Oh yeah.
Stop.
You're going to love that.
I'm going to listen to it later.
You're going to be sleepy and listen to this.
Alright.
Oh!
I'm going to take a mental note. 18 minutes. Just skip the whole 18 minutes. Don't need
all 18 minutes?
No, the 18th minute. Just skip the 18th minute.
Oh, don't take it that far. Alright. So, what are you saying about mukbang? That shit's fucked up.
Yeah, because I was just listening to you eat. And holy shit.
Speaking of eating, we, Jasmine and I went to the city on Sunday.
Oh, really?
It was because it was our 4 years the other week.
Mad invite.
So we thought, no, I didn't invite you.
Yeah.
So we went into the city.
Yeah.
Not really celebrate, but go do something. So we went to
the aquarium. Why would she celebrate being with you?
No idea. But it's working, so don't tell her. So we went to the aquarium, and I thought, fuck yeah, this is going to be awesome. No tourists. Everyone's stuck in their own countries. No tourists.
Yeah.
I don't know where they all came from, but not one of them spoke English. She was in the aquarium. All of them were Chinese.
You're the epitome of fuck off, we're full. That's you. You should wear that shit from now on.
No, but like we
obviously it's gonna. You thought it was gonna be quiet and shit like that.
yeah, I just thought there wasn't gonna be many people. I thought there was just gonna be a lot of white people.
What else white people have to do with anything?
Nothing.
You just thought it was gonna be relaxed, chill, not many people yelling.
Yeah, I just didn't think there was going to be a lot of people there. Maybe just some families. It was
Yeah.
fucking packed.
Was it actually like the aquarium?
The aquarium. It was packed. And yeah. And so went through, and then there's a whole family of Chinese people, right? Mm-hmm. And we spoke to a few of them. They were all nice, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, sure.
All of their kids went straight. Like we were all walking through, like sort of like because they were only letting a certain amount of groups in per time.
Yeah.
And then we're all sort of like going through each little attraction together.
Yeah.
Went into the octopus section.
Oh.
All the kids bolted, and the octopus was climbing up on the glass.
Yeah.
And they're all bolted. They're all staring at it. And we walk by, and they're like, "You think that's tasty, don't you?" They walk straight by it. I think they'd fucking eat that live. They would take that out of that cage and fucking eat it.
Have you seen those Twitch videos of people?
Yes.
Eating? Yes.
And they eat it. That's why I said it was disgusting.
That's fucked. That's
Alive.
animal cruelty at its finest.
Look, I do have to say, the Chinese do love their exotic foods. They will eat fucking anything. Cats and dogs are a legitimate thing. That's not a stereotype or racist. They consume over 2 million cats and dogs a year. Facts.
Yeah, you already stated this fact.
I know, but I'm just reiterating. That's not the word.
Reiterating.
Not re-irritating.
Find out how many bats they ate and then come back to me. I'm a bit curious.
Too many. One too many.
One too many. One is too many.
Apparently, the coronavirus wasn't even started by a bat.
That is a cheeky fucking conspiracy.
Started in a lab.
Yeah, apparently it started in a lab.
Just so you know, we actually started the conspiracy theories the very first episode when we spoke about that. So that was foreshadowing. All right.
That's yours.
My turn, eh?
Go for it.
So
He's finished his food, so you don't have to listen to him fucking...
I got heaps of crumbs, but I want to smash, but I won't do it right now.
Don't do it.
Let me just get it up, because I wrote it all down. I really took time and effort to get this off Facebook.
Jasmine sent it to him last week. His girlfriend.
You don't have to say it. All right.
Thanks, Jasmine.
So my one is about... Yeah, thanks, baby. Love you lots. Mine's about Donald Trump, right?
Boo!
No,
Orange man bad.
No, we love Donald Trump.
All cops are bastards. Orange man bad.
Make America great again. All right, so this one's about Donald Trump being a time traveler. Right?
Is it him or is it...
Him.
Right, okay.
Now, you think... Tyler, what are you talking about? That's fucking crazy. Just you wait.
Tyler, what are you talking about? That's fucking nuts,
See?
bro.
Oh, just you wait, mate. All right. So this only works, this first bit, a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, right.
So pretend we're then.
Oh, pretend this was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there are 169 days, back a couple of days ago, to when this is, right? Alright, so there are 169, pretend we're there at that time, alright? Mm-hmm. So everyone, take yourselves back 2 weeks ago, however long ago I read this fucking thing.
Sure.
There are 169 days until the end of the world. How many weeks until the end of the world, right? Crazy. Think about it. End of the world.
Let me process that, yeah.
Everyone's been saying 2020 is going to be the year that the world ends, right?
Sure.
Everyone thought it was 2012, but then they realized the Incas actually had their calendars wrong. It was 8 years later, 2020.
Holy shit,
That's
bro.
right. Big time.
You're giving away your fucking thing.
What happened?
Nothing. Keep going.
What did I give away?
Nothing. Keep going.
Did I miss something?
No.
Was that an inside thing? I just...
No. When you watch it later, you would know.
Okay. So, what is the date in 169 days? Obviously, it's not right at the moment, but fuck you. Thursday, November 19th, 2020.
Sure.
So that is when the end of the world is supposed to end, right?
Okay.
Now we go on to a book written in 1893. Okay. Now, it's called Baron Trumps. Alright?
Sure.
Baron Trumps, yeah?
I like it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
I like it.
So the book is actually about a boy named Baron Trump who found a secret portal and time travelled.
Okay.
So just a book.
Yep.
But that's not the crazy part, all right?
Okay.
So, if you know the Trump family, Donald Trump's son, do you know what he's called?
Not a clue.
Baron Trump.
Right.
Baron Trump. There, that's just the first bit.
He must know his son.
So, now, there's a photo, which I can't show everyone, but I can show you.
Mm.
They actually look quite similar. So that's him,
Yeah.
and that's the Baron Trump.
Right.
That's the cunt that fell asleep at the inaugural speech from...
For those of you listening, just look up Baron Trump book. Fat kid.
And then look at the kid. Looks same, eh? Same sort of fucking person. A little bit.
I can see it.
They got a round head. They got eyes.
Both look fucked.
They got a nose.
Yeah, okay.
And a mouth.
Okay, I see you.
Alright. Alright. So in the book, Baron Trump had a mentor that he looked up to. Guess what his name was?
Donald?
Don.
Don.
His name was Don.
The Don.
The Don. And all of it takes place in Russia. Now, the source that this is off, they tried to link it to... Russia.
Vladimir Putin.
Well...
Alright, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. So, they tried to make this link, but it doesn't actually make sense. So, Melania Trump, she was born in Slovenia.
Right.
Now, obviously, these people thought Slovenia was some place in Russia, which it's not. It was originally part of Yugoslavia, and now it's Slovenia.
Right.
However, Donald Trump has been in negotiations. Obviously, you would, because it's quite normal, with Vladimir Putin.
Right.
They become like besties, lots of memes. So we'll keep that as our
memes.
little bit. Yeah, we'll keep that as our little, connection with Russia.
Sure.
Now, 4 years later, in 1896, the same author writes a sequel to the book, but he calls it The Last President.
Oh.
Right. He calls it The Last President. Now, in this book, it's about a very wealthy man who lived in New York on 5th Avenue, who ran for president but wasn't expected to win. Trump Tower. Do you know the address?
I'm assuming it's on 5th Avenue.
725 5th Avenue, New York. Boom! That's shit. That's alright, that's a bit crazy.
When was the sequel made?
5 years later, I
Right.
think. 4 years later.
Okay, right.
So that's just a little bit crazy, right? A little bit. Now this book's written 100 years ago or so.
Yep.
And it's getting these little... Alright?
Yeah.
So in the book, he won and surprised everyone that he became the president.
President, yes.
Guess what Donald Trump did? He won and surprised everyone that he won president. He was a fucking you're fired guy on The Apprentice. Right?
I think it didn't surprise everyone when he was up against Hillary Clinton. Everyone's like, yeah, he's pretty much got it.
So, and people started rioting and protesting after his inauguration. Can't say the word, yeah. Right. And he started signing executive orders. So, we didn't really start rioting when he became president, but everyone was like, the fuck, you got a movie star on Congress. So, now, remember this book, again, is written 124 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, after his inauguration, he started picking people for his cabinet. And guess who was one of the people? The guy's name was... He was the Secretary of Agriculture. His name was Leif Pence. Pence.
Right.
Now, that's the key part of
Pence.
it. Pence.
Pence.
Now... Huh?
Nothing. Keep going.
No, what did you say?
Mark Pence?
Close. Mike Pence.
Okay.
Do you know who he is?
Not a clue.
He is the Vice President to the Don Trump Make America Great Again. Mike Pence. That's his name.
Right.
Alright? So, in 1943, one of the most famous inventors, named Nikola Tesla, died from a blood clot. Before his death, he claimed he had built a time machine and used it to travel back in time and in the future. Right?
Tesla.
Nikola Tesla.
Okay.
So after he died, the United States government took all of his inventions, notes, and the name of the office that seized all of his paperwork was the Office of Alien Property.
Right.
After they looked through it, they passed it to the FBI.
Okay.
Now, the Office of Alien Property, the property custodian was an office within the government of the United States during World War I and during World War II, serving as custodian of enemy property to property that belonged to the US enemies.
Right.
So, that's a real thing. That's a real place or whatever happened. So, after they gave up trying to figure out his inventions, they hired an engineer who could understand the work of Nikola Tesla.
Right.
And guess who that was?
Oh, God.
John G. Trump. The Don's grandfather. That's actual truth.
Okay.
That's his grandfather.
Okay.
So, John Trump is Donald Trump's grandfather, but after studying the time machine, notes, and inventions of Nikola Tesla, he told the government he didn't find anything and he could have lied to keep the invention to himself.
Right.
And out of the hands of the government.
Right.
So he could have, said, nah, this is a real time machine, but I ain't going to tell anyone. Keep it for himself, right?
Right.
So for a fun fact here...
Oh, no.
Replay! Sorry.
Your neighbours must hate you.
Nah, fuck them.
Okay, here you go.
I hate them. So,
True.
Donald Trump's mother, her name is Mary.
Yep.
And his father's middle name is Christ. Mary Christ.
Right.
And he was born on the night of a total lunar eclipse.
Spooky.
So, Mary Ann McLeod Trump.
Yeah.
Mary.
Yep.
Frederick Christ Trump.
Right.
Donald Trump was born June 14th. Yep.
Yes.
1946. He's a fucking old dude. He's 71.
What a man.
Yeah. Now, on June 14th/15th in 1946, there was a total lunar eclipse.
Oh, God.
So, that leads the question, is Donald Trump a time traveller?
I love just watching you say this. You have the biggest fucking smirk on your face. Like you have some big revolution. Donald Trump, time traveller.
Well, the question has been circulated on conspiracy theory websites for several months and is backed by various pieces of evidence. So, such as Donald Trump's uncle, John Trump's purported relationship with Nikola Tesla.
What are you reading this off? I've never heard you say the word purported.
Oh, I'm reading purported. Oh, fuck, I don't even know what that word means. Now, a series of books published over the century goes receiving attention for seemingly all too eerie connections to the Trump family. The books, one of which titled Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey, has been discussed on both Reddit and 4chan.
Right.
So Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey and its sequel 1900, or The Last President, are indeed real books. So the Earth will be destroyed the next 7 years by natural disasters.
Can't wait. Honestly, can't wait.
So that leaves the question, is that too coincidental, or is Donald Trump a fucking time traveller? And if you think about it, Nikola Tesla...
Oh.
Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on.
Here we go.
I forgot this little part. I can't remember it now off the top of my head. Keep talking about something while I look for it.
It's kind of weird. There's so many things that go on in the world, and then like it all just aligns too perfectly to be coincidental.
Too coincidental.
And you're like, oh, there's some logical reason behind this. Like Donald's a pretty common name, right?
Really?
Donald
Donald
Duck.
I think Donald's on a duck and Trump.
Ronald McDonald. That doesn't count.
Oh no, he counts. He's a mad cunt.
He's a cunt. I don't know. So many things that just line up too perfectly, man.
Yeah, I can't find it. But,
okay, right.
Yeah, I reckon he's a time traveller. Same, and the same person that would be a part of it is the guy that created The Simpsons as well.
That shit's creepy. Simpsons predicting so much fucking shit.
Yep.
Holy damn.
So that's what I mean.
We should just do an episode for Simpsons.
Well, I think it's been done too many times.
Yeah,
Too many people know about it.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is, the dude from The Simpsons, everyone knows he's a time traveller.
Yeah.
Why couldn't one of the richest people in the world be part of it too? Donald Trump, who would probably be one of the most powerful people as well.
Yeah.
Someone that powerful's got to know something that we don't. I mean, time travel has never been said that it's impossible.
Yeah.
It is possible. We just don't fucking know how to, is what they lead you to believe.
Yeah.
My thing is, though, why would they fucking make it that long ago and no one would have been able to figure it out now? You know what I mean? Like, with that shit technology 100 years ago, why could they make a time travel machine, but we can't?
Tesla's a smart cunt.
Yeah.
Apparently. Nobody could figure it out. Except that one engineer.
Yeah, maybe. But...
That one specific engineer that had to be Trump.
Although...
Yes.
What if every time someone does make a time travel machine, the CIA or FBI or whoever these Secret Service people are, kill them?
How would they know, though? Just some misfortunate events that lead to them being recognised. Because if I had a time travel device...
I wouldn't tell anyone.
I wouldn't tell Okay, so I would tell someone, but the thing is, because it's a chain, right? So you'd tell your mum, you'd tell your sister, and then I'd probably tell you, and then you'd tell Jasmine, and then it keeps going. Like I told you, and you told Jasmine, and I'm sure Jasmine's a very trustworthy person, but some cunt has a fucking time machine. You tell me, it's not you have a time machine. I'm telling some other cunt you have a time machine.
If you told me you had a time machine, I wouldn't believe you until you showed me. And then if I knew you had a time machine, I would tell everyone.
You put it on Snapchat.
I would tell everyone, I go, let's fucking go back, baby! What would you do if you went back in time?
I kind of
Where, when, why?
I kind of want to learn a bit more about my Spanish side. Like my Spanish family. So I want... Because...
time travel, not fucking spaceship.
Yeah, time travel back in time to go see, like... Because my mum...
How are you getting to Chile?
I'm sure there's boats in 1960s.
So you're saying you're going to go there with no money but be able to get on a boat and go to Chile?
Hell yeah.
Well, fair enough. All right, continue.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm white. They'll let me do anything back in 1960.
True. You'd walk through and go, oh, wait, man.
Because I was talking to my mum. She had a really rough childhood. Shit like that. She almost got abducted when she was a kid.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's weird.
What happened?
Oh no, she was on a bike and then some car pulled up and opened the door and tried to grab her. And she was like, fucking pedal. She pedals away.
Yeah, right. Good on you.
But she was like in the, like not a city, but where she lived was like a, kind of like a rural area and there's people there. So she didn't really have to bike really far. But like, yeah, just go back in there and then like fuck up that one cunt that tried to abduct my mum. Oof.
But think about it, if you change that event, you might not have been born.
Yeah, true. I don't think me fucking up that cunt in the head would change too much.
The flap of a butterfly's wings can change the course of history.
Fuck that butterfly.
Yeah,
I'm going to stop that butterfly's head if it did anything to my mum.
Oh.
Ooh, we've been so in sync today.
So I would probably go back probably 10 years.
Okay.
Nothing massive. And just do exactly what they did on Back to the Future. Find out whoever wins every single sporting event.
And do the lottery.
And then do the lottery and do bet on everything.
I'd go back to 1999, I think, and then just go buy all the Pokemon games that come out during then. Pokemon Red and Blue.
Mm.
So yours is smarter, mine's pretty. I just want Pokemon.
Oh, but yours is cool, because you can buy it when it's cheap.
Yeah.
I would also go back in time and invent Amazon.
Jeff Bezos over here.
How cool would that
Invent
be?
Amazon.
But see, then again, I would be pretty bored being Jeff Bezos.
And then that cunt. Yeah, but he wants to do like... Isn't he trying to do the same thing as like fucking Tesla and do the rocket ship? It's like Blue something. I can't remember what it's called. I was watching a video on it today, but that was from like 2015 or something.
Like, what's that? What's that guy that just shot up his first spaceship?
From Tesla.
Was it Tesla?
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Is he Tesla?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty... I thought he was the richest man in the world, in all honesty, but it's Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, it's Bezos.
Amazon dude. He's going to be the first trillionaire. Yeah, first trillionaire.
Makes sense.
In the world. Being like the next 10 years or something, he'll be a trillionaire.
Fucking oath. What a legend.
Mm. What the fuck would you do with $1 trillion? Anything.
Buy an island. Buy a country.
You could.
You could buy
You could start a war and fund the war.
I'd do that.
That would be awesome.
America and Canada fight it out.
Call me Hitler.
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 Took me a second to get that one. Oh, good. How long are we going? 38 minutes. Alright, I'll quickly fit in my last one.
Yeah, chuck your last one in
and
there.
then we can do a kind of a... Or not recap, but we can just do a general conversation at the end. So this was based on Australia's Area 51. So our version of it, apparently. So this is kind of... I'm sourcing from Pedestrian, so it's kind of like a news outlet. And they do podcasts as well, and they're pretty cool. So check them out. But check ours first.
We're not sponsored by them, but we want to be.
Yeah. So there was like a Australian, like United States kind of like partnered up to make this little base. And if you look it up, it's in Pine Gap, like Pine Gap base kind of thing. And you look at it and it looks fucking fruity. It just looks like dome. I can't remember, what's that one movie? I can't remember what it is, but it just looks like all these domes that are placed around this fucking grid. And it looks fucking futuristic as. And because it's like, it's in Northern Territory, right? Near Alice Springs. So it's in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. kind of like Area 51 in America. Middle of buttfuck nowhere in like Nevada or some shit like that. And middle buttfuck nowhere in Australia. And then you just look at this.
A lot of butt fucking going on.
Just look at these fucking circular things. You're like, holy shit.
It looks like that Mars movie. What's that movie where they live on Mars? Mars.
And
I think it's called Mars.
I know what you're talking about. I think that's what I was trying to reference. And yeah, so story is that it's kind of like run by CIA, like US CIA and shit like that. And nobody knew what it was. Their motto was to do space research. That was kind of like what they marketed themselves as. And then apparently in 2013, an NSA agent by the name of Edward Snowden, apparently he gave out some information about what they were actually doing, in a sense. And it was more so trying to, like, the collection of internet and telephone communications. Otherwise, like, trying to spy on people, right? And then from there, everyone started creating up these conspiracies about that place in, Pine Gap. Because they were not lied to, but, like, they were misled to believe that they were doing space. Like, I'm assuming they were doing space research, but they were led to believe that it was just solely based on that, not all this spying bullshit. And so, like, all these theories came out that apparently there was alien sightings, and people who were like watching the base were seeing like aircrafts getting pulled in, shit like that, and aliens being not escorted but like dragged around. And one of the funny ones was like I think I told you like they were making super soldiers, like kind of like Captain America, and you and I were talking about just making super soldier Aboriginal people, and then they can compete, or just super soldier anyone basically, and they can compete for Australia.
It's funny as settling super package. $400 a week and superpowers.
And they're like, so apparently they're harboring aliens and shit like that. And you know how last year they were, there was that big not movement, but that big kind of joke where it's like Storm Area 51.
Yeah.
Apparently they were doing the same thing for here, but
really?
it wasn't as covered as much because nobody really.
Well, no one really knew. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, and like there was a petition started to do the invade Australia's Area 51.
But no one wanted to go to fucking Alice Springs.
Yeah, who would want to go to Northern Territory? Holy shit! What have they got over there? Crocs and that's it.
I've been to Alice Springs.
Yeah,
it's shithole.
Nothing to do.
Nothing.
I looked up photos because I wanted to go because my goal is to visit every state in Australia, and I still need to do NT, Tasmania, and Western Australia. I was like, Alice Springs, what's there to do? Barren.
No, it was just a fucking desert.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to, we did. We went and climbed Uluru.
You dirtbag.
I know. This was
when it was accepted.
Before we were allowed to.
Okay. You dirtbag.
No, not anymore. No. In my defense, I didn't climb it. I tried to, cried. Too scared. Walked around it though.
Don't touch my heritage sites.
No, I didn't. I spat on it as I walked around. Did a big piss circle. Yeah, but that's it. All that had going for it was Uluru. Nothing else. Just desert and people trying to. Honestly, people literally pulled us over, jumped in front of cars, trying to ask for money and stuff. It was crazy, and I got pulled into a shop saying, "Buy my jewelry, buy my jewelry." I'm fucking 7. I've got no money.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I didn't like Alice Springs. It was dirty, smelly. Uluru was cool, but
you pissed off all the Alice Springs. We're slowly but surely limiting our audience. You pissed off Alice Springs in Northern Territory.
No one from Alice Springs even has internet to be able to listen to us. They ain't fucking listening. Anyone from Alice Springs, fuck you.
But yeah, how freaky is that? I never knew about this fucking Area 51 Australia
Yeah, neither
version.
did I. Well, my thing is, do you believe in aliens?
Okay, so
the basic generic fly here to Earth in spacecraft aliens.
Look, it's foolish to think that we're the only cunts that are here on this solar system of ours. Because like, they've found bacteria and shit like that on like Mars and whatnot.
They
so
found trace of water as well, salt.
So there's obviously life out there, but how sophisticated it is, I couldn't tell you, right? Like, I think it's pretty dumb to say that we're the only cunts out there, and we're like the pinnacle of sophistication, of ingenuity, that we have not yet made, like, supersonic hard fucking spaceships that can go out there, and it costs you $5 to go out in space and whatnot. We haven't done that, and to think like we're the pinnacle of evolution in the whole universe, and to think that there isn't another entity out there that is smarter than us and has done it. I think that's pretty fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think you're right. I think it's ignorant to think that there's no other life, but there's a theory to say that the universe is constantly expanding, right?
Yes.
So it'll eventually. I think is that string theory,
I don't
where
know.
it's the universe will just infinitely expand, or it will expand to a point, and then once it stops, it pulls itself back in. So it's like a string.
I think
So once it goes out to stretches to the max, then it pulls back in, and everything reverses itself.
I think the most common theory is that it's just going to keep expanding at this point. I was watching Neil deGrasse Tyson, and the most supported theory apparently is that there's no proof otherwise that the Earth will just suddenly stop expanding. That it's going to keep expanding. Apparently. But keep going.
Yeah. So
I forgot we had snacks.
I'm on the bandwagon that it's just going to keep expanding, right? Infinitely going to expand.
Yes. I'm a bit nervous.
So, if that's the case, that it's infinitely going to expand, that means, Jesus, you are fucking everything up real quick.
I'm trying to get my Sour Patch Kids.
So, my theory is, if it's... You can't actually say aliens don't exist, because if it's infinitely expanding, then it will... there's infinite amount of possibilities.
Right.
So, because everything is still being created, you can't say that there's no other life forms out there. Because there's a chance that it could be, because there's an unlimited amount of possibilities. So, my thing is, if you've seen whatever you see on the movie, you can't say that hasn't happened in real life, because there's a fucking unlimited amount of chances that it could.
Yeah. Not in our life, but like somewhere else, yeah.
Somewhere else, yeah. So, I agree. I think it's ignorant to say that there's no other aliens, whether or not they've got spaceships and shit better than us.
Whether or not they look like there's fucking green tour cunts.
Yeah. And
That's up for debate.
if they've got all this technology where they can fly and shit, why the fuck have they not come and wanted to talk and do shit with us? Why only in America? Like, why have all the alien sites only been in America? Oh, everyone else has got fucking eyes.
I think there was a recent one in Australia, actually. I don't know what it was.
Some cunt off his tits up
Yeah.
in Alice Springs.
Fucking
It's just a street light, brother.
Because I used to watch a lot of that like alien shit. I watched this one and it was it's like a really famous radio broadcast. You might have seen it. And this guy calls up, and he's like not crying, but he's like having a panic attack. And apparently he used to work for like I can't remember what it was, like the FBI or something like that. And it was giving out all this like information about like aliens and shit like that. And this was on like a live broadcast. And the broadcast cut off. And then it came back online. And the guy called back. And he's like fucking in hysterics. And from that one video creeps me out. You have to watch it. It's super creepy.
What happened?
I don't know, he's just telling about all these like alien stuff and like what their plans are and like how they've already interacted with humans, and like there's already like not like an agreement, but there's kind of like communications on like what they can like supply each other and shit like that. And it's such a weird conversation. Like you have to listen to it to be like, oh, this sounds fake or whatnot. But like just even listening to it and like thinking, oh, the potential of it, it sounds so creepy. And cause like he makes it out like the people that he used to work for are out to get him because he has this knowledge and he's like spreading it. And I'll show you the video, but if you've seen it, you would know that's pretty fucking creepy to listen to.
Yeah. Well, that was like that. Did you watch that one of where it was the time traveler guy? And they caught the time traveler from like, I don't know, like 1,000 years or something. He came back to tell us that the world's going to end in 2020 or something.
Is that the guy that has like a deep voice?
Yeah, and they masked his voice. Like, yes, the world's going to end.
I think I watched one of his recent-ish, not like actually search for it, but it was like on on World Star Hip Hop or something like that.
You went through a wormhole?
No, and he was like in 2015, I predicted Donald Trump would become president. I was like, what the fuck, really?
Good on you, mate. So did Simpsons.
He watched The Baron. You read The Baron, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Well, imagine if the Simpsons guys read The Baron. Oi! Oi, oi! But, what if If time travel was real, would you go back in time and tell people time travel is real?
Like I said. If I went back in time. Okay, not currently. Okay. I think no. I think just no. I think it's. I know. I was trying to get really philosophical about it, but I think that the answer is no.
At the end of the day, the real answer is no.
No, I don't know. I just feel like that shit would just spread too fucking quickly, and then it'd be so much of a hassle for me later. Like, say if I go back in time, and then you have people like fucking trying to ask you questions like, "Can you take me here? Can you take me here?" And I don't trust people. I don't trust myself. And be like, because I reckon I'll accidentally tell someone. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I just came here from fucking 2020 and President Trump, yeah, blah 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 blah, fucking ScoMo," and like, "Oh, time travel can't, yeah, let's do that." I
think the hardest part will getting people to believe you.
I feel like that'd be easy because you can be like, "Oh, look at this time machine. Watch me go back in time."
Yeah, but then you
take it with you.
Fair enough. But then, I mean, yeah, I guess so. That would be the easiest way to do it.
But I get what you mean. Like, say if you...
Like, if some cunt walked up to me and went, "I'm from the future."
Yeah, they know
you've had one too many crack pipes.
Yeah. And like, "No, I can show you. You have to go back to my house."
Like, no, mate. Sorry. Wherever you crawled out of, go back.
Where'd you come from? Newtown.
Fucking Alice Springs!
Yeah, no worries, cunt.
I don't trust anyone from Alice Springs.
Is that where Wolf Creek? Wolf Creek?
No. Is it?
I don't know. It seems like it's fucking where
it would be. Yeah, it makes sense.
Because it's out in the middle, butt fuck nowhere. A lot of butt fucks today.
You've been fucking heaps of butts.
I wish.
Yeah, right.
So?
But, alright, next question.
Okay.
Do you think ghosts are real? Did we ask this already?
No, we have not.
On the podcast?
No.
Ghosts, do you think they're real?
I'm more... So this is going to be very hypocritical and be... Because I just supported aliens, right? And, like, I've never seen an alien or whatever. And this is going to be, like, very against what I just said. But I'm like a see it to believe it kind of guy. I just had this massive spiel about, there has to be fucking aliens, you dumb cunts. And I'm like, I don't see it. It's not real.
It ain't real.
So I personally never...
I have a 32-inch cock. Want to see it?
Look, if you show me, then I'll see it. Then I'll believe it. But I think ghosts are a bit more harder to believe because you sit there and you tell me some cunt died and they're upset that they died or they haven't fulfilled whatever they were supposed to fulfill, and now they're lurking at fucking some church or some broken down school just to fuck with you. Be like, ooh.
Wait, so you're telling me you don't believe in ghosts?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Don't believe that. Look, it's one of those things where I don't believe them, but I'm not going to fuck around with it. Like, I'm not going to...
You do fuck around with it. You jump on the Ouija boards and shit.
Nothing's happened on their Ouija boards. Like, I'm not going to go to a fucking, like, a haunted place and have, like, a fucking ceremony where I'm like, fucking come into my body. I'm not going to do that shit. I've done a Ouija board. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. Yeah, never experienced it. Never... I do watch a shit ton of ghost videos, right? I think past week I've been watching a shit ton of them. Even then, like, because you get fucking into it, you get caught up and it's like, fuck, that's spooky, that's spooky. But then, like...
That's what I was saying about the YouTube wormhole. Do you ever get stuck into a wormhole? You just click on this and like, oh, that sounds interesting. Watch that. Fuck, that looks interesting. Watch that. And you end up on fucking why Donald Trump is time traveling.
What was I recently watching? Yeah, so like ghost videos and like what are they called? EVPs? I think electronic voice phenomenon. I think that's it. You know, like the audio recordings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watching a shit ton, or listening to a shit ton of those.
Do you watch Ghost Hunters?
That's the fakest shit.
That's the funniest shit.
It's the dumbest shit.
Are there any ghosts here in the room with me? Oh my god! Did you hear that? I'm breathing.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I need to because I've never really gone like to a haunted house, like an actual haunted house, or that's why when we go to like say if we go to UK, I want to go to like
I would fucking love that
because I was talking to Daniel about it about that forest in Nottingham. It's apparently like one of the world's most haunted forests.
That'd be baller.
I'd really want to go there.
Would you
like,
camp?
I don't know if you can, but if you can, yeah, sure. Bring a GoPro or something and set that up. That'd be fucking sick.
I'd love to do it. I don't know if I could camp, but
no,
not the fact that I'm scared of the ghost. Just the fact of what my mind would play on me, because my mind will send me crazy, like of thinking about shit.
Right.
So to answer what I asked you,
yeah, I didn't ask you. Sorry. Do you believe in ghosts?
Fuck no, not at all.
No, you're a fucking goldie. You don't believe in it. You're a fucking idiot.
I don't believe it goes at all. I think your mind is so powerful, it'll let you believe whatever the fuck you think about it. So my argument to it is always a placebo effect. So you
hot.
Fucking oath it's hot. So they've experimented with
Tic Tac.
They've experimented with kids heaps, and it's proven to work. This Tic Tac's gonna help you with whatever. Kids take it, it works. It's been proven that placebo works.
Yep.
Now, if you tell yourself ghosts are real,
Any little thing.
you'll walk into a room, dim light.
You get a hard on when you walk in. That's one thick mama ghost, I'll tell you that.
If you think that a ghost is sucking your cock, you walk into a room like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm good. Oh yeah. No. But like, you walk into a room and you see like a coat on a rack or whatever. You see a person. You fucking see a figure because it's in the shape of a figure. Your brain immediately, it's been proven that when your brain doesn't know the unknown, it tries to create an image. So when you go...
Like as in when you see like a face and wood or shit like that. Yeah.
So now, everyone can try this at home. You turn on your lights. If you get the blackest possible, like pitch black as you can. So you close your blinds. You put up whatever. Try and minimize as much light as possible. You put yourself in that dark room. Close your eyes for about a minute or 30 seconds. You open your eyes in that pitch black. Stare at a wall as close as you can to minimize as most light.
Yep.
Now, you won't see anything, but you might see colours around. So you might see flashing colours with whatever.
Yep.
But if you get your arm or your hand and you wave it in front of your face,
Fuck it.
you'll see your hand.
Yep.
So you'll see the movement in your hand. Now, your brain is telling you that you can see your hand moving, but you fucking can't see it. You just know the motion. And your brain is trying to work out what is happening.
It's even delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done it before, yeah.
Yeah, so your brain tries to figure out and give you an answer of anything. So ghosts, if you believe ghosts are real, and my grandfather lives in this place because he died here, you're going to walk through a dark room or into anything. You're going to see something that your brain can't figure out, and it's going to immediately go to answer it with what's something that can't be answered logically. Wow. Ghosts. That's what you're going to see. 100%. Every day of the week.
Your answer was so philosophical. Mine's like, me no see, me no believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I kind of want to experiment when I go to UK, because I believe UK has one of the, is a ghost hotspot. There's a lot of fucking haunted shit over there. Like, Australia's pretty haunted, like, not haunted, but it has a lot of haunted spaces. Like, there's some near us. Like, nothing compared to what I would think of, like, UK and America and shit like that.
See, well, my biggest thing, again, I keep saying this, everything's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Why is it like a forest, Nottingham Forest, why would that be the most haunted place in the world? No, cemeteries.
Look at the photo that we have here. Look how fucking spooky that shit
Creepy,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
But that's my point. They'll say it's haunted because you look out there and you're at dusk or dawn, there's only dim light. You see a random figured tree or some branches holding over. You can't see that it's a branch or a tree. Your brain can't figure it out. Immediately it's a fucking ghost. You're going to hear shit in the woods all the time because it's going to be filled with animals. You'll hear shit, go immediately a ghost. And you look out, you hear a rabbit run across a fucking stick and you see a branch that looks like a person. You ain't going to go, fuck, that was just a rabbit. You can go, that's a fucking ghost. You know what I mean? So, my theory is... Where was I going with this? Oh. Where would the most haunted place be? Cemeteries, fucking...
Whatever your imagination makes.
Mental institutions, right? They're always the ones that seem to be...
Yeah.
You know where would be the most haunted place? Theoretically?
No.
A hospital. Where the most death occurs. In a hospital. Why the fuck are they not haunted? No one ever goes, let's go to the haunted hospital. Let's go... I can't say it because it's in the area. I did myself. Oh. Let's go to Liverpool Hospital.
Oh, you've been watching Countdown.
8 out of 10 casters get down.
Yeah.
Best. Yeah, why are they haunted? Why is it when you go see a room number 147, there's not a fucking ghost there?
Yeah. Okay.
I just don't think they're real.
If we ever get popular, I think we should
we won't.
we should make a series where we go to haunted places.
That would be awesome.
That'd be fucking sick.
I love it.
Because
we go to a haunted place, I'm like, they're real! Immediately change my mind. Ghosts are real. Change my mind.
Instantly. Change my mind. Yeah, that'd be fucking sick.
I reckon that'd be cool. We should be doing that. When we get a little bit more followers and people actually comment. Decky, fucking comment. I think we've lost, what's his name? I don't think he watches us anymore.
My dog.
You know the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What's his name? Delzy.
Because we don't play COD.
Yeah, Delzy doesn't watch us anymore.
So does Delzy. Come play COD with us.
Come
play Valorant.
Yeah, come play Valorant, you bitch. So, yeah. Ghosts aren't real. Aliens.
Probably.
Yeah, more than likely. Whether or not that means that they're flying spaceships. I don't think they're flying spaceships. I just think there's...
I haven't seen any physical proof, so I'm like a photo can be doctored.
Yeah.
So fucking...
I don't believe photos or videos.
Yeah. I have to see it, and I've never actually personally seen it. Like, I still believe there's something out there. I don't know if it's as sophisticated as media shows it to be.
Yeah. That's why I think ghosts are as believable as God. In a sense.
Oh, you're going down a dark
Yeah,
path, mate. Let's not go down that path.
That's the portal. That's the YouTube portal.
I'm not doing that.
Save that for another podcast? You can't really do that because people get too sensitive over their beliefs. Like, if someone believes in God and someone else doesn't, the person who believes in God's always going to be so offended that the person doesn't not believe in God. Yeah, man,
there's been wars about that shit.
No! That's not. No one's going to war over our podcast because I don't believe in God.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Let's start it.
Let's go. Let's start a crusade.
You'll be the next Jeff Bezos and you'll fund the war.
It could be, you know. I've got some good ideas up here. The shoe washer. Little brush on the end of your shoe. So when you kick someone up the arse, you wash their arse at the same time.
You're going to be rich.
That is a fucking $1 million idea.
I'll be a stakeholder.
What do you reckon? Speaking of stakeholders, I'm down on my stocks quite significantly.
Oh, yeah. And it'll be a recap on your stocks, Don.
Alright, let's have a look. To end it off on a positive note, let's see how much money I've lost.
Wouldn't this be a negative note then?
No.
In the red bird.
I'm in the red. So, I am. All my stocks are down besides one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down $78.98. Check that bad boy out.
Look.
I was at 2,050 and now I'm at 1,999.
Maybe you should pull out.
No way, then I'll lose more money.
Pull that game strong.
That'll go back up.
Okay, I believe you.
I know it'll go back up. In 12 months' time, mate, I'm going to be fucking rolling in it. Do you know how much money I'm going to make in 12 months' time if all goes to plan?
Negative.
Double.
Negatives.
Just double.
Just
Not that much. But hey, that's more double than I had before. I put my money in a term deposit account for 6 months. I made $50 in 6 months. Last week on Monday, I was up $168.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
Okay. Pig.
Alright, I think that should end it then.
Yeah.
You being a pig.
Alright, well, thank you for listening, watching, and enjoying episode 7, I think.
I think 7. Hope you didn't mind the ASMR.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Don't stress. If you ever... you know what we should do? Always end on like a quote.
quote.
Tyler's words of wisdom.
Tyler's words of wisdom.
So you got to start it off right before the ending. You got to say
Tyler's words of
wisdom,
wisdom.
and then I end it, and then you go, or you got to make some sound and then ends it off.
So for context, in high school, whenever Tyler used to say something super intellectual that was far beyond my comprehension,
or that made no fucking sense at all. Usually it was the second one.
So just go, Tyler's words of wisdom. So he instantly knew. I had fuck all idea what he was talking about.
Yeah, but it also was like relationship advice, friendship advice, fucking heaps of shit.
I wish I took on those relationship advice. I wouldn't be single at this current moment. That took a sad turn. I just looked at your face. You're like, how do I answer that?
I didn't know what to say.
All right, what's your quote? Tyler's words of wisdom.
If you're ever feeling down, don't frown. Hang on, I'll get it.
Well, that was it.
Don't frown. Yeah, that's it. When you're upset, just don't fucking be upset. Be happy. No. If you're ever feeling down, don't frown. Your mind. Find a girl and take her to town.
What if they're a girl?
Just finish it off and then ask the question.
I don't know what sound effects.
That's good. Do it again. Perfecto.
Okay. That's it. Just stop it. Stop it there.